Hi there everyone, Mark from Retribution Gaming here, and I'm welcoming you back to the games room where I'm playing the Sega Megadrive Classics collection for the Nintendo Switch. And today we have, well, I've got two games for you in this video, mainly because of the fact they're both pretty much the same. We have, not that one, Columns, which, if you don't know what Columns is, you've been living under a rock for God knows how long. And Columns 3, because like I say, they're pretty much exactly the same. So we're going to start off with Columns, the original. We'll pop it in and see what we're in for. Now, Columns is it's a sort of gem matching game. You've got sort of various coloured gems that pop down the track, and you have to match 3 of them in order to get rid of them. It's a fairly simple premise that you probably all know. Now, you can only match them, I think you can only match them horizontally and vertically. But you can combo like that. Now, I have to admit, I'm not the world's biggest Columns fan. Oh no, it looks like you can do it diagonally as well. Okay, hitherto unknown to me. But yeah, I'm not the world's biggest Columns fan. I mean, it's all right, I guess. But yeah, I was never a big fan of it. I played it, you know, when it got bundled in with it was a Mega Drive collection. I think it was Mega Games or Mega Games 2 or one of the two. And yeah, okay, it was not my favouriteest, I have to admit. But you can kind of get the gist of what's going on here, can't you? So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, I don't think. So let's just clear those. And clear those. Whoops, clear those. Okay, we're going to leave it there because, you know, you can see what we're in for. So yeah, let's take a look at Columns 3, shall we? Right, so yes, Columns 3. Now, I did say that these are pretty much the same game. I am pretty much sure that these are the same game. I've never played Columns 3 before, so I actually don't know. But because of the fact it's called Revenge of Columns, and, you know, I'm going to hazard a guess. Where's Columns 2, I hear you ask, in much enthusiasm? Columns 2 was an arcade game. It was made literally for the arcade System C, arcade hardware by Sega, and it was never ported to home consoles, except for, I think there was a Sega Ages collection that came out for consoles that it was on. But yeah, aside from that, it was only in the arcades. So Columns 3 it is then. The Revenge of Columns. Now, just looking at those jewels, I can tell that it's pretty much going to be mostly the same. But let's have a look anyway. Okay, so we've got a bit of an overhaul on the presentation. 1 player mode, 1-on-1, test mode. We're just going to do 1 player. As I say, I've not played it a lot. I'm not very good at Columns. They say a secret treasure is kept inside the pyramid. Many brave people have gone in, but none have returned. They've given columns a storyline. And now you will enter the pyramid. Who knows if you can survive and return with the treasure? Wow, well, I can guarantee something. Total eclipse, this ain't. Pyramid columns. What? Okay. Who are you? Okay, so it is one. Well, so I guess one-on-one is a two-player mode, but here I am actually just doing one-on-one with the computer. Okay, they've changed the controls a little. But aside from that, it's still more of the same. It just looks a little bit nicer. I don't know what anybody was really expecting, to be perfectly honest with you. But, yeah. Here we have more columns. For those who couldn't get enough of it the first time round. Now, excuse me if I don't sound over enthused by the whole premise of it. As I said during my columns playthrough, I'm not a massive fan. So yeah, kind of essentially being given exactly the same game, but just with a slightly nicer presentation. Not really going to do it for me, guys. So what happens if we get a combo? Does it do anything to the opposition? It doesn't appear to. Okay, so this is not like your usual puzzler then, where if you do combos it messes with the opponent. In this one, it just doesn't do anything. So, mostly pointless then. Oh no, hang on, it brings... Why is it bringing stuff up from the bottom? And why is it only for me? Or is it just because I'm doing better and my level's just getting higher? I mean, there is that as well, I guess. I don't know what happened there. I did not like it though. So, okay, right, let's just... Right, I got to the top there. Even though I did a lot better than the spider did, I lost, supposedly. I don't know what happened. You saw that I did a lot better than it did. Huh. Oh well, this just reinforces the fact that I just don't like columns. So, yeah, I would say let's talk about it, but you can probably tell what I'm gonna say, so yeah. Okay, well, I've kind of already let my feelings known whilst I was playing the games just then. Just to reiterate, I'm not a fan of either game. We're just going to start as always with the Mean Machine Sega scores. Columns, they inexplicably gave 88% to, and Columns 3 they gave 85% to. I have no idea why they were giving high scores to either of these games. you'd be lucky if they pass 50 in my opinion. I'd probably rate Columns 3 maybe slightly higher than the original, mainly just to the fact it had nicer music, it had nicer presentation. I don't know what was going on with the one-on-one gameplay there, so yeah, that was a bit off-putting, so that maybe sort of balances it up a little bit. But I mean, I don't know, they're not very high in my estimation, either game, and I reckon I'm actually going to dump them both at the bottom of the pile. I'm going to put them down with Alex Kidd and Altered Beast at 25%, because I'm not a fan at all. To be perfectly honest with you, actually, I might actually put them right at the bottom. Alex Kidd and Altered Beast were actually enjoyable games. Columns is just a slog, and I'm not a fan at all. So it's not even getting 25%. Both games I'm going to give 20% to, and that's probably gonna get people screaming at the TV, but that's my opinion, and you're welcome to tell me how wrong I am in the comments. And please do, and whilst you are letting me know how wrong I am, I will be playing the next game in this series. I will be playing Comix Zone. However, you'll have to join me in the next video to see how that goes. So, until then, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.